What's going on YouTube? It's Craig, certified technician here at ApplianceVideo.com. And today I'll be showing you how to enter and run different diagnostics tests on this Whirlpool French door refrigerator. But before we get too far, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Before entering diagnostics, you want to familiarize yourself with the user interface. You have 6 buttons on here. In order to enter diagnostics, you'll simply want to simultaneously hold the first 2 buttons. On the display, you'll see it count down until it enters diagnostics. Now, once you have entered diagnostics, the first thing you're going to see is a 01. This is going to be for the first test. To navigate through diagnostics, you have the first 2, which will enter, the 3rd button, which is typically a select, and then you have the 4th and 5th button is to navigate up or down. So the first test that's going to pop up is going to be for the freezer compartment thermistor. And you'll notice that at first it shows 01 and then it's going to start blinking. There are 3 different things that can blink at this time. You could show a 1 for pass, a 2 for open, or a 3 for short. Now, if you're getting a short or you're getting an open, that means that the thermistor is bad. And now, if you want to go to the next test, you'll simply want to hit the directional arrow up. This will show test 2. Test 2 is going to be for the refrigerator compartment thermistor and will also have the same readings. So if you get anything other than a pass, you'll want to go ahead and replace that thermistor. Moving forward, we want to go to test number 3. This test right here is for the evaporator fan motor in the air baffle system. This refrigerator uses the air from the freezer compartment to cool the refrigerator. So at this time, what you're going to listen for is a door to open and close, and I want you to put your hand in the back because your fan is going to run continuously, and you'll see on the display the door will open and close. So you should feel air coming in, and then you should feel air cut off. This is showing you that your evaporator fan motor is working correctly and that the air baffle system is working correctly. If either one of these are damaged, a lot of times you'll have poor cooling inside the refrigerator compartment, and a lot of times poor cooling in the freezer compartment as well. Going down to test number 4, this is going to be our compressor and condenser fan motor test. Now you can do this and turn it on and off, but be aware that if the compressor turns on and you turn it right off, it will not start back up for approximately about another 5 minutes. So when you have this test on, you'll want to go to the back of the refrigerator and make sure that that big compressor bulb is actually running. If it's not running, that means that you probably have some type of failure around the compressor and you'll need to call a technician. But the other thing to look for right now is the condenser fan motor. This fan motor cools down the compressor so that it doesn't trip on any type of overload. If your condenser fan motor isn't running, a lot of times you'll find the center and the sides of your refrigerator are boiling hot. So run this test, make sure your condenser fan motor is running. If it is not, once again, make sure you call for service. Moving down to test number 6, this is going to be our defrost circuit test. And when you go to this test and select it, you'll get one of 2 readings. You'll either see a 01 for close or a 02 for open. Now, what does this mean? Generally, when you have a defrost problem, you can open up your freezer and see the back wall is covered with frost. And this is supposed to melt every about 6 to 10 hours. If it is built up with frost, air cannot flow through the refrigeration properly. So, you'll have 2 different outcomes. If it says that it is closed, that means that the unit is not going to defrost because of maybe some type of board or timer problem. But if it shows that it is open, that means that either the defrost termination or the heater is bad. Either one, if you have a defrost problem, I would not try to tackle it yourself. Make sure you call for service. The next test I'll take you to is service test number 9. This is going to be for the UI functionality. So when you go here, you can press different buttons and it should give you some type of reading on the screen. Pressing switch 1, digit 1 should come up. Pressing switch 2, digit 2 should come up. Switch 3 will show digit 3, and then switch 6 will show digit 6. Be aware that switch 4 and 5 are not used because these are navigational keys. But also, if you press the ice or water pad, 1 will be displayed. Next in line is test number 15. This is going to be for our ice level sensor, and you'll get one of 2 readings. You'll either get a 01 for bin full or 02 for bin not full. Now, if your unit is not making ice and you notice that the bin is in and it's not full and it reads that it is full, obviously your ice level sensor is bad and that's what will need to be replaced. Now, on the subject of ice makers, I want you to jump all the way to test number 36. This is going to be for an icebox fan. And during this test, you'll want to activate it by hitting switch 3, and 1 would be on and 2 would be off. And at this point, you want to put your hand up at the top to check to make sure you're getting airflow to that ice maker. It needs strong airflow here. If you do not have strong airflow, the chances are you have a bad icebox fan motor. Number 37 is also an ice maker test. This is going to be for the ice maker thermostat, and you'll either read pass, open, or short. Obviously, we want it to say pass. So you've went through a couple of different tests and your ice maker still isn't working. This unit actually has ice maker error codes. So jump down to test number 56 and let's take a look at what these different errors could mean. If it shows a E0, this is for no errors, the ice maker is functioning properly. E1 for a no cool in the ice maker compartment. E2 for a motor lost position. E3 for a heater timeout. E4 for a dry cycle. Then finally, E5 for an ice maker thermistor is bad. If you do have any error codes inside the system, make sure you refer to the description I just gave you and replace the corresponding part. Now jumping to the next test, this is going to be for a refrigerator compartment ice maker harvest. And to activate it, you'll want to hit switch 3. During this sequence, it is important to note that the doors must be closed. Digit 1 will display the state of the sequence, while digit 2 will display the outcome of the sequence. The following things can be found in digit 1. You may find a 0 for heater and motor off, 1 for ice maker heater on, 2 for motor rotating clockwise until it finds a home position. Digit 2 may show 0 for in progress, 1 for harvesting completed, or 2 for harvesting not completed. Obviously, if the harvesting is not complete during this cycle, you'll probably want to change out your ice maker. Of course, this will wrap up Diagnostics. To exit Diagnostics, you'll simply want to press the 2 buttons that you pressed to enter. Once it counts down, it should be cleared out. If you do need the tech manual, you can obtain it by either going to the manufacturer's website or putting it in the repair help section on ApplianceVideo.com. YouTube, if you enjoyed my content, do me that solid, like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.